Yo guys, what is good? It's your boy John Wong here, back again with another video. And today we're going to be going over 5 things that every sneakerhead needs. So just to be clear, I'm not that serious when I'm saying that every sneakerhead necessarily needs these, but these 5 items are really helpful if you're trying to collect shoes, you're trying to take care of your sneakers. So yeah, I just wanted to put it out there that if you are a sneakerhead, you don't necessarily need these items. You can just collect sneakers the way you want them to. But for this video, I curated 5 different accessories or items that, sneakerheads, if they had these, if they own these, it could change the game a lot for them. And before I start, I just wanted to mention that every single item on this list is relatively affordable. They're pretty cheap. So you can literally, run over to Amazon later and get something for yourself. Even though there are different sneaker accessory brands such as Rejuvenator, other brands that I can't name off the top of my head right now, they sell them for a lot, but you can literally get the same thing from Amazon for half the price. So don't bother breaking the bank like that. But with that being said, these are 5 items that every sneakerhead needs. So let's hop into it. Alright, so I'm going to get everything all set. As you guys can see, I have a little table today just because I want to show you guys the different items. And the first item that every sneakerhead needs is some premium shoe cleaner. Alright, so this cleaning solution that I have right here is from Rejuvenator. And it's kind of ironic because I literally just told you guys that you don't need to go to the big brands like Rejuvenator, to break the bank. But when it comes to sneaker cleaner, I would say it is necessary to go to like more reputable brands such as Rejuvenator or Jason Marks. As you guys can see, I already used half of the bottle. I think this is an 8-ounce bottle, but yeah, I use this a lot when I'm cleaning my shoes just because I want my shoes to look fresh. I want them to look crispy clean, and you preserve the life every time you clean the shoe. Alright, so for this portion, I'm going to be cleaning my Nike Blazers. I literally just wore them on Chinese New Year on Sunday, and I was walking through Chinatown. It was disgusting because it was also raining, so there was a lot of mud all over the place. As you guys can see, hopefully you can see that little dirt stain. I plan to get it out. Alright, so first we're going to lay a little towel over the table because I'm not trying to get this table dirty. And then we have a little container of water. Then I have my sneaker cleaning brush. And then I have my microfiber towel that, you can clean the shoe with. You could wipe off the foam. I literally recommend you guys to get a microfiber towel. I think you can get them on Amazon. You can literally get them anywhere. They're really cheap. So I have my water, I have my sneaker, and then I have this brush. So what we're gonna do is first we are going to dip the brush into the water, mix it around, and then with the sneaker cleaner we're gonna apply 3 drops. You don't need that much since we're not gonna be cleaning the shoe all that much. The shoe isn't that dirty, it just has a little mud on it. And we're gonna mix the brush in the water a little, and then we're gonna pick up our shoe and just start getting to work. Yup, and the mud is coming off just right. You can't even see it anymore. So yeah, I don't need to clean the whole shoe. I'll probably do that on my own time. But as you guys can see, the mud or the dirt stain is all gone. So if any of you sneakerheads just want to, take care of your shoes, you want to make sure that they stay clean, that they look good all the time, I definitely recommend getting a shoe cleaner from Rejuvenator, Jason Marks, Crop Protect, anything. They just do the job done. So coming up at number 1 on this list, we do have some premium shoe cleaner. This is a necessity and probably is the most important out of all the accessories on this list. Coming up at number 2 on this list, we do have some sneaker deodorizer. This one I have here is from Kiwi. Now this one is so cheap. You can literally get this one from Walmart and it does the job done. I'm serious, guys. So I know a lot of you guys have some stinky feet. When you're wearing your shoes all day, they really smell. So I would definitely recommend, in order, for your sake and for other people's sake, to buy some sneaker deodorizer. You can also buy some sneaker balls, which pretty much do the same job, but this is, I would say this is a little bit cheaper. It's a little more worth it because all you need, I'll show you guys how it works. So we're gonna use it on a pair of Air Max 90s, and yeah, I wear these a lot. They can sometimes get stinky. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't really think my feet stink all that much, but for those of you who, you know, sweat a lot, I'd really recommend that you guys get the Sneaker Deodorizer. So how it works is that, you know, there are two ends, as you guys can see, and all you do is stick it into the shoe, you press down, all done. My sneakers smell good now. They won't be a death trap to anyone who picks them up and takes a whiff of them. So I definitely recommend that you guys pick up some Sneaker Deodorizer, especially if you guys are wanting to, you know, resell your sneakers used or to buy used sneakers. You know, when you're buying used sneakers, you know, I'm all for that, but you never know who's wearing them before you. So it's important to buy some Sneaker Deodorizer. So just to kind of clean it a little bit, just to make sure that, you know, you get that smell out because you don't know where they came from. So yep, at number 2 on this list, we have some Sneaker Deodorizer. This is also a necessity. Alright, coming up at number 3 on this list, we do have shoe trees. Now, these are important for me. I honestly love shoe trees a lot just because, you know, when you're creasing up your shoes and then you take them off and you kind of put them away, you want to make sure that they're able to kind of stretch itself back out, you know, take out these creases. So just being able to have shoe trees will prolong the life of your sneakers, especially if you don't want to crease them all the time. So these two that I have in my hand are different. Now this one is more of a spring type in which you just kind of bend it and then it will like shape itself in the shoe. And this one is more of the metal type in which you just kind of stick it in the shoe and then you snap it. I use these two different shoe trees for different kinds of shoes. So when it comes to the metal types, I like to use them in my runners just because, you know, my runners don't necessarily need that much support. I just like to have a little bit structure in my shoe. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna insert them into my shoe and then put them all the way to the tip so that the foot part, I don't know what you call that, the horn part is taking up the entire room. Slide the end into the back and then just push down. See, there we have it. There's a lot of support right here. It just kind of keeps the shoe fresh. It keeps it intact. And yep, you can see the shoe tree inside. These are pretty cheap. You can literally get them between like $2 to $6 each. On Amazon, I think you can buy them in bulk, so it's pretty worth it. Again, I like using the metal ones in my runners just because I feel like they fit better. And as for these spring ones right here, I like using them when it comes to, you know, bigger shoes, bulkier shoes, leather shoes, such as your Jordans, your Air Force Ones, or your Dunks. These have a lot more support, and I know especially for leather shoes, you will crease them a lot more often. When it comes to these springy ones, you just kind of insert them into the shoe like the metal ones. And then this is a little bit different because you kind of just have to push down on the spring for it to hold the shoe together. And then the back part will rest on the heel area. So yep, when it comes to leather sneakers, bigger shoes, I like using the spring ones. That's honestly my preference though. I don't like using the spring ones all the time just because sometimes these can be kind of cheap. In the past, the first plastic shoe tree that I used with the spring, I pushed down in it and this part snapped off. I just thought they were a little bit cheap, so that's why I ended up buying a lot more of the metal ones. But you can use either or, it really doesn't make too much of a difference. So it's really based on your preference. So coming up at number 3 in this list, we do have these shoe trees. Which brings us to number 4 in this list. These are a little bit similar to shoe trees, but you put these on when you're wearing the shoes, and that is these crease protectors. Now these crease protectors are really cheap. You can literally get them on Amazon. You know, I think 2 for $5. So I know these can kind of be ridiculous at times, but I like to keep my shoes fresh. I don't like creasing my Jordans. I don't like creasing my Air Force Ones. So I think these are necessary when it comes to my leather sneakers. And keep in mind, these crease protectors don't necessarily fit every single shoe. You know, they're not necessarily good for sneakers that are kind of outside Jordans or Air Force Ones. They're more for, you know, sneakers that have this like perforation hole right here, because as you guys can see, they have little spikes, and these spikes are necessary when it comes to holding up the shoe when you're wearing them. So like the shoe trees, all you have to do is just insert them into your shoe and kind of stuff them in, making sure that they are secure. And the thing I love about these crease protectors is that they'll always fit really nice, especially when you are just kind of stuffing them in there, and then they rest nicely between the shoe and the insoles, so that's really nice. I can't really show you guys how they work. I don't even want to try creasing my Air Force Ones for you guys, just because, like I said before, I really don't like creasing my shoes. I definitely recommend getting crease protectors. I will have to say though, they do tend to get a little bit uncomfortable when you're wearing them, but if you like to keep your shoes fresh, I would say it's all worth it in the end. So coming up at number 4, we do have some crease protectors. You hear that? You can't even crease these shoes. And the last sneaker accessory or item that every sneakerhead needs is a sneaker display case. You guys see these cases in every single one of my videos. I just love how I get to lay out all my sneakers and I get to see them, you know, one by one. And it's a great way to make my room look a lot better. So when it comes to these sneaker display cases, I get mine from the Container Store. I think they're about $12, but if you buy them in bulk, they come down to like $10. Now, I will have to say though that the Container Store does have sales at times, such as Black Fridays. So when they go on sale, these go on sale. And then if you buy them in bulk, they come down to about like $8 a box. So I would say if you're really trying to save money, just wait for them to go on sale. Now, these sneaker containers that I have right here, they have a little plastic tab on the top, and all you have to do is kind of just press down for the case to open, and then you just close it back up and just snap it in. So yep, I just love these things. They're so simple. I would say other stores where you can get sneaker containers are Costco. You can get some on Amazon, I think. But when it comes to consistency, you know, a store that always sells them, that always has them, that's why I always gravitate towards the Container Store, just because I know that they're always there. You know, Costco, I know a lot of items kind of come and go, and sometimes they discontinue their certain products. So I have to depend on the Container Store. And these are so awesome. They're also stackable, so that you can kind of just stack them up in this huge wall right here, and they fit in perfectly, as you guys can see. So my last and final thing on this list that every sneakerhead needs is the sneaker display case, and when you buy a lot of them, they look so good. So yep, that's number 5. Alright guys, it pretty much wraps up today's video. These are 5 different items that every sneakerhead needs. You know, when you're collecting sneakers, when you're really into shoes, I think just owning these little things make the game so much more fun. It helps you kind of take care of your sneakers. So that's something that I always love to do. Now I'd like to hear from you guys. If you're a sneakerhead and you know you collect sneakers and everything, and you own a certain sneaker accessory or item that I didn't include on this list, let me know so that, you know, I can learn more about it and potentially do a part 2 to this video. With that being said, if you liked the video, please leave a big thumbs up. And if you want to hear more from me guys, smash the subscribe button. Again, I love posting for you guys, and I would really appreciate if you did subscribe to my channel. So yeah, with that being said, these are 5 items that every sneakerhead needs, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.